So I'm very curious to know what your son loved about the books.
I think the main he loved he loves adventurous stories. I mean, he was a very early reader. He was reading really quite advanced books when he was young, and I think he just loved the story. He loved Shrike. He loved how the evolution of the characters in the story, and just that they get better. I mean, Mortal Engines is the first book of 4, and the world gets bigger. We go on an amazing journey with Tom and Hester, who go on to affect the world in a much bigger way than we see in this film. So I think it was just a big epic story with wonderful characters, and that's why we wanted to bring it to the screen. Not because of him, but the same reasons that he loved the books was what attracted us to it.
I would find it tricky if I was directing, because it's the first book. It could be one movie, but it could be 4. So in your mind, how do you work? Do you work as it being 1, or do you keep in mind that it could be 4?
Well, you keep in mind, you've just got, I mean, my job on this was to just the mechanics of getting the script shot, getting it onto screen, and working with the VFX team to create the visual effects. So you're not really thinking about what to do in the future, which could be a failure of thought of the film. We want the film to be successful. We want to go on and make other ones. There are a few little things, a few little seeds in this film that people might not realize until the later stories, which are great. But no, you really are just concentrating on shooting and making the film that you have right there and then. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's you don't have much time to think about anything else.
Exactly.
Or
you just immerse yourself.
Or fantasize about maybe in this movie But there are a few like I said, there are a few things that we've got in there in case we get to make more.
What is the movie most about for you personally? I mean, I'll talk about myself. It's about family. It's about the sense of belonging. It's about preservation and an own judgment.
There's lots of things in it for not necessarily for me, but I think the important messages are, that we need to be wary of misuse of power, and that needs to be challenged, and also that, but at a more human level, that we can find reasons to live through love. Hester's a character that is pretty much defined by death. She had her mother murdered, and she was left for dead by Valentine, and she's raised by this dead creature, and she thinks that she is going to she wants to have all this pain taken away, and there's 2 options for her, which is to either become a resurrected woman, become a stalker like Shrike, or to go after Valentine and die, and through this adventure, through human connection, she finds a reason to live, which I think's a real sweet, real beautiful sort of heart to the story. And the politics of everything else that's going on in the world, there are lots of things that are relevant today. We didn't want to make a message film, but I think they're all dropped in there for us all to reflect on in our own way.